possibly, where you see the deep purple. We could see some 8 to 12 inches, so another foot possible here in West Virginia. And this whole system moving to the east. All this rain and freezing rain associated with Pandora. And through tomorrow we go, and we have the snow to the north here across much of northern Illinois and Indiana. And then it's heading, of course, once again to the northeast, where we're going to see that wintry mix then turning over to rain. So amounts we're thinking across much of New York and into Boston around 1 to 3 inches. Jen?
All right, Sam, this week we've had the cold and then the ice on the roads, which made for very treacherous travel and some very close calls. Did you see that right there? We're going to show you this video and really take a look closely at what's been happening. Now, this happened in Bloomfield, Michigan, and there was dash cam video that showed the officer outside of his own vehicle. He stopped to help and look at what happened there. A car came careening across the median. Look at that right there. And you can see that this car is, first of all, facing in the wrong direction to begin with. And so he may have crossed over from that other lane. We don't know. But still, you can see this other car spun out of control, going the wrong direction on an icy patch there on the road. All right, let's go back to Tuesday. Oh, this was a close call here. This was, let's see, a photographer out covering. This is from Knoxville. But this one is, that car was coming from this direction, lost control and crossed right over here. Watch again. You can see there was a person walking around here, and he jumped out of the way so that that other car just sort of picked up and kept on driving in the wrong direction, going on the lanes alternate. All right, one more I want to show you here. Again, the dangers of icy roads. There was a car driving. This SUV right there went out of control, another car out of control, and there was a reporter. This is the one where reporter was right here, cameraman, viewing the scene and almost was part of the story. Look at that. Way too close for comfort. And you can also see the road conditions. I mean, you know, they've obviously been treated and crews have been out on them, but there are still very icy spots even when you get to that situation. That's the kind of weather we've been dealing with. And we've had so many occasions of sleet and ice this past week. It's going to happen again over the weekend. Of concern are northern parts of Tennessee, central Tennessee, also up into Kentucky, also into Missouri. These are the couple of areas that we're looking at the largest accumulations of ice, of freezing rain. It may be combined with sleet this time, but we are going to be watching for some cases to have significant accumulation, enough to take down power lines and trees that could take down power lines, and that includes around St. Louis. There is the chance that by late Saturday we could see widespread power outages in areas that get the most ice.
And all this record-shattering cold associated with the ice extends all the way south into Florida.
Yes, it does. In Miami, we tied a record low of 42 degrees, and the portable heaters are out. Coming up, we've got a look at how South Floridians are handling this pretty rare winter blast.
Brisk, for sure. Here is Hartford, Connecticut, where we also had a record low as well.
Currently in our area, 55 degrees under fair skies. Today, a mix of clouds and sun, high 66. Winds north-northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, considerable cloudiness, slight chance of a rain shower, low 58. Winds east-northeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Saturday, cloudy skies early, followed by partial clearing, high 77. Winds east-southeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Fiber One now makes cookies. Find them in the cookie aisle.
Fact.
Fast-acting Advil is designed with an ultra-thin coating and fast-absorbing Advil Ion Core technology, stopping headaches and other tough pain fast. Relief doesn't get any better than this. Advil.
With pain relief, we're all at the corner of relief is good and fast relief is better. Good thing Walgreens gets you in and out in no time, so you can find relief fast with solutions like Advil. At the corner of happy and healthy.
Hey neighbor, Ace is having a 20% off store-wide thank you sale. So stop by Ace this Saturday only and get 20% off almost anything you can fit in a bag as our way of saying thanks for being our neighbor.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Looks like 20 feet.
At Intel, they have this technology. You can take a picture and measure the distance before you jump.
Intel, this is where it all changes.
So you think all auto glass companies are the same? Well, they're not. When your windshield needs to be replaced, nobody makes it as worry-free as Safelite. First, Safelite emails a photo of the technician, so you know who to expect and how soon.
Right on time.
Safelite's one-of-a-kind True Seal technology places a new glass in perfect position for a strong, reliable bond you can trust.
Oh, that looks great.
You're all set.
Thank you so much.
Schedule now to get the Safelite Advantage.
Safelite Repair, Safelite Replace.
Andrew, Rita, Sandy. Meet Chris, Jackie, Joe. Minor damage or major disaster. When you need us most, we're there. State Farm. We're a force of nature, too.
Here you are. Anything I can do to make your stay more magical?
Well, I wish we could have even more park time.
Have dinner with the princess? Ooh, I want to ride the monorail.
Oh, and take a break by the pool.
But be back in time for fireworks?
Let me see what I can do.
When you stay at a select Walt Disney World Resort hotel, you get the most out of your vacation and your family. And now you'll save up to 25% off a select Walt Disney World Resort hotel room.
Time is moving at the speed of light. The engine's cold, the fire's bright. It's miles and miles to go tonight. Hold on tight. There will always come a time. You probably thought I lost my mind. A dreamer search for something true. What to do? There's miles and miles to go tonight. Hold on tight. Hold on tight.
Welcome back, everybody, to chilly Miami.
You don't see a sky this blue all the way down in Miami unless it's cold outside, all right? And that's what we got. We have warmed up a bit, but warming up for us this morning is 52 degrees.
Yeah.
It was cold this morning at 42.
That's a tie. That ties the record. And you know it's cold when you can't even escape the chill by flying down to the Sunshine State. They woke up to those freezing temperatures this morning.
That's right. And all the way down into Miami, we've got people with hats on. It's boot season for them finally, at least for 2 days, right? Julia Bagg is down in Miami where they are dusting off sweaters that they really haven't had to wear in a while.
No snow here, but better bundle up.
So cold.
I prefer summer.
I'm from New England, so I'm used to it. So, you know, sorry to say, I think you guys are a little soft.
This is like actually pretty warm compared to Detroit.
So if you want to know what real cold is, ask somebody from Wisconsin, where highs got stuck in the single digits.
Real cold is when you walk down the street and you have to turn your back to the wind, because if you do not, you'll die of frostbite.
Like lots of northern visitors, Russ Leonard came to South Florida expecting to escape the cold.
We've thought that we will have wearing t-shirts and having a good time at the beach, but unfortunately not.
Not warm enough for at least a few days, but for some, that might be too late.
We're going back to Detroit where it's -6 today, so we'll take this any day.
While temperatures here will certainly stay far above zero, we could see some record-breaking drops ahead. On South Beach, Julia Bagg, NBC6 South Florida.
And as always, there's a lot going on in Florida, so let's take a look at the forecast for some big events. The Daytona 500 is this weekend, and we are looking at another chilly night overnight tonight, not as cold as it was this morning. And we get you into to the weekend events here, and you'll see temperature-wise at least warming up a bit. So for us here on Saturday, for events going on, we'll have temperatures getting into the low 70s, and then by the time we get into Sunday for the Daytona 500, 1 o'clock temperature readings will be in the upper 70s here. We'll have partly cloudy conditions, no rain in the forecast here. We'll stay dry in Daytona. Now that's not the only, of course, spot in the southeast that will be warming up, but we're also looking at rain in other spots, Sam, coming into the area.
Kind of a cold rain, it looks like this time around. We're going to talk about Atlanta starting out, because yesterday we had a record low high temperature.
Yes.
Never even got above freezing, 27 degrees. That is pretty remarkable.
Well, it's a gray and a very chilly start to Atlanta this morning as well. Temperatures were down at my house at 15, although officially I know it was 16, which tied a record low.
Definitely a nippy start, and it'll be a cool but not quite as cold as it was yesterday later on this afternoon. And Little Rock will stay in the 30s throughout the day, and it looks like it's going to be all in the form of rain as this moisture comes in off the Gulf of Mexico. We even have a severe weather threat in cities like Dallas, Shreveport, into Little Rock, so all across the Arklatex. We have a Torcon number Dr. Forbes has assigned as a 3, so about a 30% chance.
And it's not a widespread concern, but there is the concern that we could see some spin-ups of tornadoes, and it only takes one to cause tremendous damage. So this is something we want to make sure you have a way to get your watches and warnings. I know we've been in winter mode, even into Arkansas, but we need to keep that in mind for Saturday.
And it looks like this one's going to be more of a wind and hail damage threat than anything else. And you can see that chance of thunderstorms across the Mississippi River Valley, then extending up tomorrow night as we get into the evening hours across much of Tennessee, heading towards West Virginia and into Virginia, and then all across the Carolinas and down the deep south. We'll have those scattered thunderstorms, and we could see some lightning and some gusty winds associated with these as well.
All right, so let's look at New Orleans, where we were shivering this week for Mardi Gras, right? But big change coming in for the weekend. So our temperatures do warm up, but we bring in first the chance of rain coming in Saturday, and that continues through the overnight. And then on Sunday, enough instability that we could see some thunderstorms out there, watching temperatures again in the mid-70s. And it's going to have a much different feel to the air than we had earlier this week.
Oh my gosh. I mean, you're talking 70s versus being down around freezing. So definitely huge changes there, and we'll be watching for the possibility of some of those thunderstorms to cause some very, very gusty winds as well.
For sure. All right, so lots going on, of course, across the country. We've got big weather changes coming as well, and we've got some big events going on this weekend that you've got to plan around.
Yeah, that's right. One of the biggest tournaments in professional fishing is the Bassmaster Classic.
And the hot topic is the record cold, creating all kinds of challenges for the competitors, including a delayed start this morning. Our Reynolds Wolf is in Greenville, South Carolina, with the latest from Here Next.
It may seem strange, but people really can love their laxative, especially when it's Miralax. It hydrates, eases, and softens to unblock your system naturally, so you have peace of mind from start to finish. Love your laxative, Miralax.
Next.
Expected wait time, 55 minutes. Your call is important to us. Thank you for your patience.
In the nation, we know how it feels when you aren't treated like a priority. We do things differently.
We'll take care of it.
We put members first.
Thank you.
Join the nation.
Nationwide is on your side.
Atlantic Beach, Florida.
Oh, love it.
Houma, Louisiana.
Oh, fantastic food. Carefree, Arkansas.
Been there.
Looneyville, Texas.
Done that. Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania.
Oh, Phil and I go way back. Love that little animal.
Weekday mornings, Jim Cantori, Sam Champion, and Jennifer Delgado on AMHQ, starting at 7.
So we've got like 60 years of experience here, and that's just Sam.
Weekday mornings at 7, only on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 55 degrees under fair skies. today, a mix of clouds and sun, high 66. Winds north-northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, considerable cloudiness, slight chance of a rain shower, low 58. Winds east-northeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Saturday, cloudy skies early, followed by partial clearing, high 77. Winds east-southeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Good job. Still running in the morning?
Yeah.
Getting your vegetables every day?
When I can.
Could have had a V8. 2 full servings of vegetables for only 50 delicious calories.
Sir, we're going to need you on the runway later.
Don't let a severe cold hold you back. Get Theraflu with the power of 3 medicines to take on your worst pain and fever, cough, and nasal congestion. It breaks you free from your toughest cold and flu symptoms. Theraflu, serious power.
Don't miss Founders Days at Pep Boys, where you can get 1921 prices on items store-wide, like a Torin 2-ton floor jack, just $19.21. And when you buy 3 select tires, you get the 4th one free instantly. Trust the boys to get you there.
Introducing new Flonase Allergy Relief Nasal Spray. Now available over the counter in full prescription strength. When we breathe in allergens, our bodies react by overproducing 6 key inflammatory substances that cause our symptoms. The leading allergy pill only controls 1. Flonase controls 6. And 6 is greater than 1. Flonase, the 24-hour relief that outperforms the #1 allergy pill. So go ahead, inhale life. New Flonase. 6 is greater than 1. This changes everything.
Hut. When it comes to losing weight, everyone has a number. And if you want to get your performance back and feel great, do what I did. 1 call and I lost it all. 22 pounds gone.
Lose weight fast with Nutrisystem's Fast 5 Plus kit. Lose 5 pounds in your first week, plus 1 inch off your waist or your money back guaranteed.
Nutrisystem has everything you need to feel better, look better, and perform better at any age, faster than ever before.
I haven't felt this good in years. Thank you, Nutrisystem. I lost 8 pounds in the first week.
Order your 28-day Nutrisystem plan right now, including Fast 5 Plus. Get 1 week of meals, plus 1 week of energizing shakes and craving crusher shakes, free. New food selections, new expert guides. Call now and lock in 2014 prices, and shipping is free.
Whether your number's 10 or...
What are your neighbors doing? Oh, are they gyrating? Yeah? Yeah. That's the no rain dance. They don't have Xfinity, so bad weather interferes with their satellite service. It's a no rain dance. Wow. You should see them on game days. Looks like fun. It's not.
Don't settle for outdated satellite. Get reliable TV service rain or shine with Xfinity.
Ugh.
Does your carpet ever feel rough and dirty? Don't avoid it. Resolve it. Our new formula with a special conditioning ingredient softens your carpet with every use. It's Resolve, so you know it cleans and freshens. But now it also softens. Resolve, a carpet that welcomes you. And try Resolve for amazing stain removal the first time.
Obligation, so call toll-free at 1-800-200-6120.
So we've got like 60 years of experience here. And that's just Sam.
Jim Cantori, now on AMHQ. Weekday mornings at 7.
So right now in our winter weather update, we want to focus on another aspect of the wintry weather we're going to get out of Pandora, and that's in the Colorado Rockies and even into Denver. We are looking at some big snow coming out of this system.
And we haven't had a ton of snow so far this season. It's kind of been few and far between, but they're going to get a good bit this time around.
Yeah, for the second weekend in a row, actually. So Denver, let's time things out for you because you've got a dry start to your Friday, right? But things are going to change by afternoon and evening, and we'll start with some rain showers, temperatures in the 40s today. And then overnight, a little bit of mixing and then a change over to all snow. And really through the day tomorrow is when the snow will keep on coming and could be heavy at times.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to keep on coming throughout the overnight hours and into the morning. And it's all caused by upsloping, which happens because the Rockies are right there, obviously. They're going to provide a little lift when that moisture gets brought off the Gulf of Mexico and it interacts with that cold air.
It's all about making air rise. And when air rises, we get clouds. And, well, when we got moisture in those clouds and it's cold enough, we get snow. And so we got two things to help us. There is a low that's going to shift on down through here, but also we're going to see that upslope flow. That's a classic situation for Colorado, a snowfall, and we're going to see it. Now, especially over the weekend, travelers, heads up. I think it's going to be a pretty impactful snow for you. The winds are going to pick up as well, especially as we get into the Sunday time frame. In terms of the snowfall amounts, though, you get a little elevation like Vail or Aspen or Breckenridge.
That adds a lot of lift.
Yeah, another 12 to maybe even over 18 inches of snow.
Wow, that's going to be good. So I-70, that's going to be one of those trouble spots we're going to have to watch.
And I think certainly the Eisenhower will be an issue as well. Even down into northern parts of New Mexico, I-25 could be an issue. So this is going to be a weekend here to try not and travel if you can across this region.
Absolutely. Well, we're calling all this record-breaking cold air Siberian Express, but not even temperatures in the low teens could stop the Bassmaster Classic. But they did get a late start on the Super Bowl of fishing, Jen.
It's so cold that boats were freezing to their trailers. Reynolds Wolf has been there all morning in Anderson, South Carolina.
Well, guys, got to tell you, I mean, it looks good out here. It feels cold, though. Temperatures still in the teens for the time being. We do expect things to warm up in the 30s by the afternoon, late afternoon, mind you. But it was this morning when you had so much of the action that took place. Take a look at this video. You can see these boats. There were 56 in all that came down the ramp out to the water. Some had a little bit of difficulty separating the boat from the trailer itself. But once they were out, well, let me tell you, very quickly they were on their way. And they're going to be out scouting this lake and trying to bring in to the best bass they possibly can. This is a great spot for it. But again, the weather really not cooperating. This is not the first time they've had to deal with the very cold weather. In fact, it was 2 years ago. 2 years ago, Lake of the Ozarks back in Oklahoma, where they had temperatures that were very similar, certainly below the freezing point, but this one really takes the cake. In the 45-year history of the event, this was certainly the coldest morning. It is a 3-day event, by the way. Remember, they go all the way through Sunday. Temperatures are expected to warm up considerably each day, and we can expect possibly a chance of precipitation as we move into the weekend. All right, guys, let's reel it in, send it back out. Let's go to you in the studio.
I love that, Reynolds. Let's reel it in.
And cast it back out once again. Look at all the wintry weather that is going to be moving through. And this is, of course, looking at the Memphis area where the snow is coming down right now, Jen.
All right, so this is Pandora and the beginning stages of it. And right now we do have some snow in the Memphis area. There has been some ice further south in northern Mississippi. There have been reports of some icy roads. So that's something you need to take into mind as you make any travel plans on this Friday. We are dealing with an icy start to the day here down south on Interstate 55 leaving out of Memphis.
So some really sick spots as you head to the south here on I-55, and then as you get a little bit further down the road, it actually turns to rain, and eventually this rain will be working its way in later on tonight and into the beginning of the weekend.
It's a transition, but we start with ice, and so, you know, this is what's keeping you home right now. Even in Tennessee, we're watching that on Interstate 40. We've got some snow coming in close to the Jackson area. Nashville, wouldn't be surprised if there's maybe a couple of flurries. Probably not just yet. That's later today, really, that we're expecting activity in Nashville.
Okay, well, Weather Center Live is back at the top of the hour, and the Northeast get ready for yet another winter storm.
That's right. Whether it is rain or snow for the streets of Boston, it is going to mean trouble either way. We've got a live look at conditions there. We are back in 60 seconds right after your local on the 8s.
Currently in our area, 57 degrees under fair skies. Today, a mix of clouds and sun, high 66. Winds north-northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, considerable cloudiness, slight chance of a rain shower, low 58. Winds east-northeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Saturday, cloudy skies early, followed by partial clearing, high 77. Winds east-southeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Weather Center Live. I'm Jen Carfagno.
And I'm Samantha Moore. We are tracking our latest winter storm, Pandora, for possible weekend impacts, plus with dangerous cold coming in from the Siberian Express.
Yeah, speaking of the cold, you've heard the expression records were meant to be broken. Well, we've done that this morning. Dozens of cities have reached record-breaking levels. And check it out. We've been tallying it up here. So last 2 days, when you combine everything, we are up to 111 record lows, 41 record low high temperatures.
That's incredible. So the afternoons didn't heat up very much at all, and then the overnight lows just were, records were just dropping everywhere.
And smashed too, right?
Smashed by a big amount as well. Yeah, two very notable cities that saw daily records fall, Cleveland, Ohio, and Washington, D.C. Cleveland set the record at 17 below zero, which beat the previous low of 16 below, and that was set back in 1994.
And D.C. So we recorded a record low temperature of 5 degrees. And this is significant. Not only do we beat our old record, daily record of 8 was the old one beat from 1996, but in D.C., we haven't set a record low temperature at any point in the year since 1994. So this is significant.
That is huge. And both cities will see impacts from our next winter storm, Pandora. Take a look at how many people are going to be impacted here. Some 27 million people from the deep south into the Ohio Valley and over across the plains as well.
All right, so we've got big time issues across the Mid-South, and as we get you into the Ohio Valley for today and tonight, and then this whole thing tracks into the Northeast. And Boston, I'm sure, is over it, right? Let's take a look at our snow fatigue. We've got so many superlatives to talk about between the snow and the cold. For us so far, for February, this is just for the month of February, we've had over 61 inches
Just
of
incredible.
snow.
I mean, in that 1 month alone, the old record was 41, so it beat that old record by 20 inches, and on average, we usually only get 10 inches.
Right.
So we are over achievers.
We have beat every record except for most snow for the season. So we are on our way to that. Chris Warren, speaking of on our way, has been driving around Boston on his way looking for really signs of anything going on. Chris, are people out? Do you see other drivers? What do you see driving around Quincy, Massachusetts?
Well, it depends on where you are. We're south of Boston, as you said, in Quincy. And right now, as we're looking out the road here, it's a residential neighborhood, pretty quiet. Every once in a while, we're seeing people heading out. They're taking their garbage out, or they're walking the dog, or still shoveling. There's a lot of shoveling happening here. And right now, we're up on a hill here in Quincy, Massachusetts, and we're going to head down. And as we look, you're going to see a couple of different things as far as the streets go. First off, at spots, it's actually dry. There's sort of a little bit of a kind of a salty residue. It has a kind of a light colored look to it, and then has a little bit of brown with the sand as well. Otherwise, it's pretty quiet. You see this snowbank right ahead of us across the street from this main road? Down below that is the T. It's the red line, and things are going pretty good, at least from this standpoint. But you have to imagine they're still digging out after 3 storms, back to back to back. So now here we're on Newport, and we're showing that this road is completely bare and dry, but notice we are basically straddling one of the white lines. So this is 1.5 lanes in each direction on this, what is a main road that goes right along the T. So from a main road, Jen, again, turning off and going up, quickly you have all of this snow piled up and cars hidden because the snow is just so deep.
All right, Chris, and the problem is that we're bringing more into the area, and it's not just more snow, it's rain, which you might think is a good thing, but not necessarily. You saw all of the snow, the big piles of snow. When you think about rain coming in and melting some of that, you know, rain is going to be one of the stories for us into Boston. Now, I got Indianapolis up here, so let's see if we can switch over to Boston. Here we go. So we've got the chance for snow to begin the whole system for us as it moves into Boston, and the timing is Saturday afternoon, and we're looking at Saturday into Sunday. So Saturday afternoon, we start to snow, but then we do transition over into rain. And so we get that wintry mix, and there could be some freezing rain. I wouldn't be surprised, actually, to see that mixing in as we get you into Saturday evening. And then overnight, we change over to all rain, but it's a mess, and it's rain coming into the snowpack, which is still on people's rooftops, and that's a lot more weight. That snow is going to absorb it like a sponge. So looking at that concern as we get you into overnight and early morning morning on Sunday as the system moves up into Boston. Now, what we are tracking right now with our system, Winter Storm Pandora, is a little bit of everything across the south. We've got rain in Louisiana. We've got some icing from parts of Arkansas into Mississippi. Also Memphis, we've been in snow, but you can see some of that pink creeping on in, and that's a mix of either some sleet or some freezing rain or even just rain-snow mix coming in there for us to start. So the story is that we've got plenty of cold air, and you ask anyone in Michigan or Ohio or Pennsylvania or New Jersey where temperatures were sub-zero this morning, you got the cold. We know that. But then we're going to bring some changes in on top of that cold air. We're going to bring in some moisture, and there is some warm air that's going to return as well. It just takes some time for the warm air to come in. So the moisture comes first, and it overrides that big dome of cold air that we have, and that's our recipe for icing. And we're going to see that icing concern across Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, and even parts of northern and middle Tennessee. Get ready for that as we get you into tonight and into Saturday and into the early part of the weekend. So then after that, we've got the snowy side of things, and Sam's going to track that.
That's right. Pandora is going to affect the Midwest with snow, and a lot of it in some spots. I mean, here in Indianapolis, we're going to see that snow pick up after midnight, continue overnight in through tomorrow, and it is going to be adding up as we head into the beginning of the weekend. Here in Indianapolis, we could easily see some 5 to 8 inches of snow here, a little bit further to the north up towards Gary, 3 to 5, and then over into Cleveland as well. We could be seeing snowfall amounts similarly there. And then as we head into the afternoon, we're talking that freezing rain and that wintry mix moving in across the Mississippi River Valley. It all continues in over the overnight hours, pushing into Indianapolis, into Michigan, into western Ohio as we head into those early morning hours. And of course, look at here at St. Louis. They're going to be right on that rain-snow line for a time here. So we're very concerned about possible freezing rain and ice here on the roadways as we head into tomorrow, Jen.
Thank you. Nashville started the week off with ice and snow, and temperatures have not been above freezing since Saturday. Now the Music City braces for yet another round of wintry weather, and that unfortunately means this: dangerous conditions on the roads in a week full of close calls already.
Americans. 57% of us try to exercise regularly. 83% try to eat healthy. Yet up to 90% of us fall short in getting key nutrients from food alone. Let's do more together. Add one a day, complete with key nutrients we may need. Plus, for women, physical energy support with B vitamins. And for men, it helps support healthy blood pressure with vitamin D and magnesium. Take one a day multivitamins.
Attention accident victims.
If you or a loved one has been injured in any kind of accident, you may be eligible for substantial compensation. Don't wait to file your claim. Time is limited. Call now and let a local experienced attorney fight to get you money for your injuries.
If you have been injured in an accident, time is limited to file a claim, so act now. The call and consultation are free.
Call 1-800-307-9899.
Attention accident victims.
If you or a loved one has been injured in any kind of accident, you may be eligible for substantial compensation. Don't wait to file your claim. Time is limited. Call now and let a local experienced attorney fight to get you money for your injuries.
If you have been injured in an accident, time is limited to file a claim, so act now. The call and consultation are free.
Call 1-800-307-9899.
You're going to go out in bad weather.
We're willing to take a lot of risk.
He has no heartbeat, he's got no pulse.
These people are counting on us.
So let's go! I've never been so terrified.
When you go out there, it's dangerous.
Currently in our area, 57 degrees under fair skies. Today, a mix of clouds and sun. High 64. Winds north-northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, cloudy, slight chance of a rain shower. Low 58. Winds east-northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Saturday, cloudy skies early, followed by partial clearing. High 77. Winds east-southeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
So we've got like 60 years of experience here. And that's just Sam.
Jim Cantori, now on AMHQ. Weekday mornings at 7.
Hey, neighbor. Ace is having a 20% off store-wide thank you sale. So stop by Ace this Saturday only and get 20% off almost anything you can fit in a bag as our way of saying thanks for being our neighbor.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Sometimes at last doesn't happen at first.
Your dad just kissed my mom.
Turning two worlds into one takes love. Helping protect that world takes State Farm.
Don't miss Founders Days at Pep Boys. Get 5 quarts of Castrol conventional oil and a Purelator Classic filter for just $19.21. Or let the boys do it for you for the same price. And when you buy 3 select tires, you get the 4th free instantly. Trust the boys to get you there.
Great, another wedding. Then I'm a bridesmaid in 3.
Oh.
It's okay. I've joined 14 online dating sites.
14? Is one of them eHarmony?
I don't have time for all those eHarmony questions.
Beth, do you want fast or forever? Only eHarmony.com takes the time to find you that perfect someone.
Another invite. Oh, and here's the dress.
eHarmony.com. Stop waiting. Start communicating for free today.
Zantac heartburn alert! Stop! Nexium can take 24 hours to work. Zantac's different. Zantac rushes relief in as little as 30 minutes. For relief without the wait, try Zantac. No pill relieves heartburn faster.
With all the woes they have had in Nashville regarding the weather, they're going to see a real mixed bag as we head into the afternoon. We see the snow moving in, and then we see that wintry mix, that freezing rain, which makes the roads so slippery. And then into the overnight hours, it will transition over to rain and windy as can be. So just a really nasty combination. And that's had an effect on people around there, Jen.
Oh, yes, it has. Maria LaRosa has been following the winter weather all around Nashville.
And she tells us how businesses around the city are suffering from all this cold air.
The Snow Patrol will be out in force today in Nashville, patrolling the city to make sure everybody has a warm, safe place to escape from the cold, with temperatures once again approaching those single digits this morning. This after a brutal week in Nashville that started with ice. Unfortunately, businesses still suffering today.
You want to do chips as your side?
We're not open. We don't make money. We can't pay our bills. We can't pay our people. And that's really difficult for everybody.
Christy Nelms and Myers Lambert haven't made much money at the Beer Pail restaurant, with 0.4 inches of ice and more than an inch of snow on the ground in Nashville this week. They couldn't open for business at all Monday or Tuesday and had to close early Wednesday because of the ice and cold.
I was here by myself when I came to open, and it was so cold and so frozen. We had so much snow that I literally couldn't get our door open.
By Thursday, customers started to return, but by then, the restaurant running short on critical supplies.
They haven't been delivering Monday or Tuesday or even yesterday, so they have to get everybody else their deliveries from Monday till today.
It slowed business down a little bit, but we're catching back up as of today.
No catching up for the artist who lost out on gigs in this country music capital.
I don't make money for 2 nights, but also all the waitresses and waiters and sound people and door people. I mean, all the clubs were closed in town Monday and Tuesday, so a lot of people lost income.
This will melt on Saturday. This will all be gone on Saturday. And springtime will be here in Nashville, and the city will move forward.
It is true temperatures will be getting above freezing as we start into the weekend, but a lot of nasty weather to get through between now and then. Snow beginning later today, transitioning to sleet and freezing rain again by this evening into the overnight, before transitioning to all rain by tomorrow afternoon. There is an ice storm warning in effect once again for Nashville for the possibility of ice accumulation. Not good news. It could mean another round of power outages in a very hard hit Middle Tennessee. In Nashville, I'm meteorologist Maria LaRosa. Back to you.
Maria, thank you. And also another story in the southeast just is the widespread record low temperatures that have been set yesterday and this morning. And we look at this morning's readings coming in. 0 in Roanoke, a new record low. Lynchburg, Virginia, not on this map, but you dropped to 11 degrees below 0. And that not just set a daily record, but also an all-time record for low temperatures. And your records in Lynchburg go back to the late 1800s. So that was certainly a hardy record to break. Hatteras, 13, all the way down to the coast. We are looking at temperatures in the teens. 7 in Charlotte, 4 in Asheville, 10 below in Bristol. The Kentucky temperatures, I have to say, were unbelievable this morning. Many spots sub-zero. Most are sub-zero, but also many spots even in the teens and 20s below 0 in Kentucky. In Knoxville, we saw 3. In Atlanta, we saw 16, which tied the record low. 21 in Columbus, a new record low for the day. All right, so we look at the high temperatures today, and we are not going to rebound that much. We will more than yesterday. I think that's your story, right? We're going to get to 41 today in Atlanta, still well below average. Charleston, same thing. That's 23 degrees below average. Jacksonville, it's going to stay in the 40s. Pensacola might be one of the brighter spots at 54 degrees here. Sam?
With even more snow in the forecast, a major concern right now is snow weight on roofs in Boston. It is just adding up, and ice damming can also cause major damage to homes as snow melts and refreezes in the rain gutters. Expert advice on how to deal with this danger next.
So you think all auto glass companies are the same? Well, they're not. When your windshield needs to be replaced, nobody makes it as worry-free as Safelite. First, Safelite emails a photo of the technician, so you know who to expect and how soon.
Right on time.
Safelite's one-of-a-kind True Seal technology places the new glass in perfect position for a strong, reliable bond you can trust.
Oh, that looks great.
You're all set.
Thank you so much.
Schedule now to get the Safelite Advantage.
Safelite repair, Safelite replace.
With psoriatic arthritis, I had intense joint pain that got worse and worse. Then my rheumatologist prescribed Enbrel. I'm Phil Mickelson, pro golfer. Enbrel helps relieve pain and stop joint damage. I've been on the course and on the road.
Enbrel may lower your ability to fight infections. Serious, sometimes fatal events, including infections, tuberculosis, lymphoma, other cancers, nervous system and blood disorders, and allergic reactions have occurred. Before starting Enbrel, your doctor should test you for tuberculosis and discuss whether you've been to a region where certain fungal infections are common. You should not start Enbrel if you have an infection like the flu. Tell your doctor if you're prone to infections, have cuts or sores, have had hepatitis B, have been treated for heart failure, or if you have symptoms such as persistent fever, bruising, bleeding, or paleness.
Enbrel helped relieve my joint pain, but the best part of every journey is coming home.
Ask if Enbrel, the #1 biologic medicine prescribed by rheumatologists, can help you stop joint damage.
Something special happens when you come to TransUnion.com. You get in the know. When you're in the know about your credit, you feel confident, ready for anything. At TransUnion.com, you get instant credit alerts to keep you in sync. You can even lock and unlock your TransUnion report with the swipe of a finger. Come to TransUnion.com and get in the know.
You know you're going to go out in bad weather.
We're willing to take a lot of risk.
He has no heartbeat, he's got no pulse.
These people are counting on us.
Abracadabra.
Hey, sweetie, what you doing?
Daddy said the water heater was magic.
Oh, really?
Because it can change you from a monster into a normal human being. I wanted to turn myself into a princess.
Hey, princess.
Families everywhere are feeling the love for their natural gas tankless water heaters. Find out why at naturalgaslove.com.
What's it like to be on the clock? All you have to do is run the 40 by the time I finish this sentence. Done yet? NFL Network is the only place to watch the Scouting Combine. On the Clock to Chicago starts February 20th, only on NFL Network. Together, we make football.
Brought to you by your South Florida BMW centers, providing legendary performance, exceptional offers, and no-cost maintenance. Visit BMWSFL.com for more details. At BMW, we only make one thing, the ultimate driving machine.
To start your benefits.
Call 888-997-1426 now.
So we've got like 60 years of experience here. And that's just Sam.
Jim Cantori, now on AMHQ. Weekday mornings at 7.
Currently in our area, 58 degrees under fair skies. Today, a mix of clouds and sun. High 64. Winds north-northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, cloudy, slight chance of a rain shower. Low 58. Winds east-northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Saturday, cloudy skies early, followed by partial clearing. High 77. Winds east-southeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
This is Weather Center Live, and this is just one of the tolls all the snow is taking in the Northeast. This roof collapsed in Sutton, Massachusetts earlier this week.
And with the rain and more snow possible this weekend, it's going to present even more problems for the hard-hit New England area. This ice damming thing is really widespread. It's just accumulation over the season.
Exactly. So let's talk about ice damming and what that means to your roof and to your home. So we're going to bring up our house, and you know, when we get the snowfall, which in Boston is piled up to ungodly levels, right? But you get the snow on your roof that doesn't melt until it comes in contact with the warm air rising out of your home that escapes through vents right up into your rooftop there and melts a thin layer, and that melted water goes down into the gutter.
Yeah, it just runs right underneath the snowpack. You can't really even see it happening, but then you can see those icicles forming, so that's proof that the water is melting and then refreezing once again. And then it causes a backup. So like a dam would cause a backup of water, it causes a backup of water that can run into your house.
Exactly. So the water can drain back in, down your walls, and through your roof, and cause damage to your home, and that's a big concern.
Expensive, expensive. A company that has traveled to Massachusetts to help with all of this snow is called the Ice Dam Guys.
They do this for a living around Minnesota and Wisconsin. And with us this hour is Tom Isaacs. He's a technician with Ice Dam Guys. He joins us now live via Skype from Boston in front of a house that they are working on right now. Tom, thanks for joining us. And we got you. All right, so tell us what we're looking at behind you.
Oh, yes, we're here in Chestnut Hill, Massachusetts, and we have a monster ice dam on this residential home that's caused a leak to come in through the roof, and we're working on steaming it off.
Now, is there anything that folks can do to prevent this kind of thing? We've heard of different remedies, like putting rock salt in your gutters, or if you can get to your gutters, if they're not totally frozen over, or putting any kind of heaters on top of your roof?
No, the best thing to do is to get all the snow removed. Get a shoveling crew out there, get all the snow off your roof, and then have a steaming company come and steam the ice dams off. That is the only safe way to remove it without damaging the roof. But the number one thing is to get the snow off the roof.
So once you steam off the iced-in area, then I imagine it's pretty important to stay on top of it little by little, like have a daily sweeping off of your roof to keep it clear.
Right. No, as soon as you get another 6 to 8 inches of snow, you need to take it off again.
Yeah, this is a common problem in Minnesota and Wisconsin where you're from. Is it any different? Are you facing any different challenges in Massachusetts?
Traffic, but maybe a little more ice and snow out here than we've ever seen. It's unbelievable.
So how many houses are you going to? How widespread is the issue? Is this problem of ice damming in the Boston area right now?
We're receiving over 500 phone calls a day, and we have 30 guys working all day long into the night, and we're just absolutely slammed.
How long would it take you to clear off the house behind you? I mean, that looks tremendous.
We've been at this house for 3 days now.
3 days?
Yep, 3 days.
On one house.
Very big job.
Oh my goodness. Okay, and a lot of houses to get to. So we'll let you get back to work. Thank you so much for telling us how that works.
And actually, I need to know, Tom, I heard an interesting story about where's your camera mounted? I know we're Skyping with you, so where do you have your camera?
I'm holding it in my hand.
Okay. Oh. I thought it was on the snowbank. But they had
me change it.
Okay. Well, you look great. So thank you for joining us. And I can't believe 3 days on one house. That is an incredible job.
And he said 500 calls a day. So there's a lot of people that need help there. Unfortunately, the weather is not going to bring help. We've got Winter Storm Pandora that will bring more ice, starting in the south, but eventually the northeast.
That means dangerous travel conditions and more close calls like this one. We're going to have a look back at these week's most frightening mishaps coming up.
When you set out to find new roads, you obsess over perfection. Evolve function, elevate form, and create the highest quality midsize sedan. Chevrolet, the most awarded car company of 2014. Now during the Chevy President's Day sale, current GM owners can choose an eligible Cruze and stock the longest and get $3,500 total cash allowance. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
At Intel, they have technology that lets your face be your password. Oh, that is one secure password.
Intel. This is where it all changes.
You know, there's a more enjoyable way to get your fiber. Try Philips Fiber Good Gummies. They're delicious and a good source of fiber to help support regularity.
These are good.
The tasty side of fiber from Philips.
Does your car suffer from cataracts? You heard right, cataracts. You know, those aging, foggy headlights. Well, we have the cure. White New Headlight Restore. Crystal clear headlights in seconds and guaranteed to pass inspection as long as you own your car or truck. We detailed this old Mercedes. It looks fantastic, except for those foggy, ugly headlights. Now watch White New Headlight Restore do its job.
It's so easy to use, and it looks amazing. I'm sold.
I mean, I couldn't even see the light bulb inside before. Now, it's crystal clear. It's amazing. It really is.
Old foggy headlights aren't just ugly, they're dangerous. They actually impair your vision, and you could receive a citation.
Watch as we test headlamp brightness with this light meter. Look how much brighter the White New side is. Amazing. Here's how it works. Just polish off the haze. Then apply the pre-moistened White New Headlight Restore. It's that simple. After restoring your headlights to a crystal clear finish, the White New forms a protective bond that will keep them that way. And only White New can make that guarantee.
I was really having trouble driving at night, and I thought it was my vision, but it was my cloudy headlights. Thanks, White New.
White New works even when other products have failed. So before you go and spend hundreds on replacement lights, protect your lenses for life. Order White New Headlight Restore for just $9.99. Call right now and we'll double your order. That's one for each car. You get 2 White New Headlight Restore kits for just $9.99. Call now. White New, keeping your world like new.
Easy to use White New Headlight Restore. Crystal clear headlights in just seconds. The last time you'll have to restore your headlights. Call 1-800-503-4179. That's 1-800-503-4179. Order now.
Atlantic Beach Sports. Oh, love it. Houma, Louisiana. Oh, fantastic food. Carefree, Arkansas. Been there. Looneyville, Texas. Done that. Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania. Oh, Phil and I go way back. Love that little animal.
Jim Cantori, now on AMHQ. Weekday mornings at 7, only on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 58 degrees under fair skies. Today, a mix of clouds and sun. High 64. Winds north-northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, cloudy, slight chance of a rain shower. Low 58. Winds east-northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Saturday, cloudy skies early, followed by partial clearing. High 77. Winds east-southeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
This March,
one man's trash
get the work.
is another man's totally awesome beer can space heater.
Hot.
Brainstormers, premiering Sunday, March 22nd, only on the Weather Channel.
Look at this. This is a new type of tourist attraction in New York, but it's being built by nature's cold weather. This is an ice volcano, but it's spewing cold water instead of lava.
Yeah, it started out with a geyser at Letchworth State Park. That was before it was frozen, and this is after. In western New York is where it's located, and as the water bubbled up, it froze, and now it's 5 stories tall. Incredible.
It's still growing, too.
That's right. And this may take you a second to recognize with ice instead of rushing water, but that is a frozen Niagara Falls, and we're getting a rare look from a drone flying over it. That is such a cool
This is so cool. So this is why the falls are frozen, the cold. The temperature in Niagara has stayed below freezing since January 30th. That's 3 weeks. On Tuesday, our low temperature got down to negative 13 degrees.
Incredible, and even with all that rushing water, the power of the rushing water, it still managed to freeze over solid in parts.
It feels like you're frozen in time, doesn't it?
It does. It's so cool. I want to go so badly. Thank you for staying with us for Weather Center Live. I'm Samantha Moore.
And I'm Jen Carfagno. The cold, a huge story, but of course with that cold, we've got another new winter storm.
I know. Our next named storm is Pandora. Pandora is out of the box and will stretch for nearly 2,000 miles. Starting today, Denver is already seeing snow from the system, and Boston, get ready. More wintry weather is on the way. So the Pandora's box has been opened with a plethora of types of winter weather.
I think it was a jar, technically, back in the day, but yes. All right,
so
it
was a jar?
It was a jar, yeah. All right, Chris Warren is out there live outside Boston, driving the streets of Quincy, Massachusetts. And Chris, we've been talking a lot about the snow, but I think you were wise to choose to be in the car today because of the cold. So I just checked. Temperatures have warmed up from your 5 degrees this morning up to about 11 now, but it feels like 10 to 20 degrees below zero with the wind. What does it feel like to you?
You know, it doesn't feel, I am dressed big time, many layers on, but when you go outside and it's blue sky, the sun is shining, it's a nice day out there, but you go out there, it's everything that's exposed. You will start to feel it in just a couple of minutes. As we're driving around right now here in Quincy, we're on in the neighborhoods, on one of the streets that has been treated, has been plowed. We know that because there's mounds of snow around. That's why we know it's been plowed. We're also seeing the kind of brownish look to it as well. That lets us know that there's been some sand through here. Now we're about to head over to one of the main roads here through Quincy, and it's dry. It's bare and dry. So with all the snow around here, you do have some spots that are still doing okay, Jen. But what are you thinking going forward this weekend? What are you thinking as far as the chance of more snow and then possibly another one next weekend?
Yeah, right, exactly, Chris. So let's talk about this weekend first. The story is that we will look for some snow to start, but then there's going to be this changing precip scenario. And what we're watching for and waiting for here in the Boston area is a start to snow tomorrow afternoon, Saturday afternoon. Then after that, we get a mix of precip, either sleet mixing in, perhaps it could be a rain-snow mix for a time, but more likely you'll get some wintry mess. And then we change over to all rain, Chris. And that's the big concern, Chris, that we bring rain on top of all those snow piles and the roofs covered with snow, and rain and the snow combined is not going to be a good scenario.
It is not going to be a good scenario, Jen, and things are so slowly trying to return back to normal. Again, garbage day, collection day here in Quincy, Massachusetts. Also, we saw the United States Postal Service. They were out and about, so things are slowly getting back to normal. However, with all of this snow that we're seeing out here, when it melts, whether it's the rain or the warmer temperatures, you're going to be dealing with a lot of water, whether it's just an annoying situation with the water over the road, trying to get to your car, or a situation where you're driving and you can't get a street because the whole street has been flooded out. These are very real concerns that people are going to have to deal with in and around the Northeast. And you're talking about a ton of snow, and so many spots have snow, in some cases all the way up to the roof. I want to, just for a quick second, we're going to go across here, the intersection, and if you look down below here, this is the red line, the T, and there's some guys with some yellow vests and some orange. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, at least a dozen. I think there's probably 2 or 3 dozen earlier. And generally, they're not plowing the rails. They're out there with shovels trying to get things back online. That's why it's taking so long. Storm after storm after storm takes a beating, takes a hit, and it's hard to recover from.
Yes, and we're bringing not just this weekend, but but looking ahead to next week too, Chris, and it's an active pattern. Thanks for your reporting out there. Good stuff. Try to stay warm in the car for a little bit longer. So we're tracking, of course, what's happening in Boston with the forecast of more snow coming on in. We are also concerned about what's up next, and Sam is tracking that.
That's right. This is going to affect about 27 million people as we head through this weekend. All that cold air is in place now, and we have another low moving through Texas that's going to bring that southerly flow in across the Gulf of Mexico and then on up into the Mississippi River Valley. So where we have that cold air already in place and the moisture rides up over it, that's where we will see the snow and the ice starting today and through this evening. And all that pushes to the east on our Saturday and Sunday where the cold air is deeper. It'll fall in the form of snow. On the southern end of it, though, we're going to have that rain surging far to the north here across the Delmarva Peninsula. And we're going to end up seeing the snow accumulate some 1 to 3 inches here across Nashville. Getting a little bit further up to the north, we'll get some 3 to 5 inches across parts of the Ohio Valley. A little bit further north, we're talking 5 to 8, and then 8 to 12. We could see up to a foot falling here across the eastern Ohio Valley. So expect to see this freezing mix making it for slow going across I-40 and then beyond to the east as we head into tomorrow, Jen.
Sam, thank you. Now, the cold and ice on the roads made for very treacherous travel, some very close calls. You saw the officer that was assisting this car right here. Well, there's the officer. His dash cam captured what happened next, which is this car getting out of control, coming from and turning around in the opposite direction. Look at that. He's facing in the wrong direction, and you can see how he just lost control on an icy patch on that roadway. Now, also on Tuesday morning, we saw another scene. The Department of Transportation jumped back just to avoid being hit. Look at that. There's the guy right there. He had to literally jump to get out of the way of this vehicle, this truck that lost control. That truck was traveling in that direction, crossed the median, and spun around on the other side, going in the wrong direction. And also, we had a very close call for a reporter and photographer out Monday covering the snowstorm in Hampton, Virginia. Look at this SUV, spins out of control, hits another car, which is out of control, and the SUV comes extremely close to the camera, as you can see, as it came barreling through here. Oh, what a scary scene. Icy roads, more sleet, more freezing rain. We're going to be watching for this concern right through the weekend. Now, as we take a look at the ice, this is what we're concerned about when it comes to power outages and road concerns. Throughout Tennessee, Kentucky, Missouri, and then eastward into parts of West Virginia and even Virginia, we've got this concern for creating ice on roads, and it's certainly going to be a road travel problem. But where you see some of the heavier amounts, that's the brightest pinks and the blues, that's where we could see ice on power lines or ice on trees, bringing down power lines. St. Louis area is one of those spots we're concerned about, that we could be dealing with some even widespread power outages due to the ice coming in maybe close to 0.2 of an inch, and that would be enough to take down trees and obviously take it down some power lines.
Yeah, and this record-shattering cold extends all the way south into Florida and Miami, which tied a record low of 42 degrees. That means the portable heaters are out. So coming up, we'll have a look at how South Floridians are handling this rare winter blast.
Yep, all the way down to Miami. They got the boots out today. Meanwhile, we're still tracking records, and it will continue tomorrow morning on a record stretch in the Northeast. Hartford, Connecticut, one spot that could see record cold temperatures. It was cold this morning, but tomorrow morning we are going down to 5 below zero. That will break the old record of 2 below set back in 1972. So the record cold streaks continue.
Currently in our area, 59 degrees under fair skies. Today, a mix of clouds and sun. High 64. Winds north-northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, cloudy, slight chance of a rain shower. Low 58. Winds east-northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Saturday, cloudy skies early, followed by partial clearing. High 77. Winds east-southeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Doers. They don't worry if something's possible. They just do it. At Sears Optical, we're committed to bringing them eyewear that works as hard as they do. Right now, buy one pair and get another free. Quality eyewear for doers. Sears Optical.
Oh, man. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're covered, Harry.
You got to do it like this. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hey, George. Hey, Jim. State Farm agents are there whenever you need them.
Hey, neighbor. Ace is having a 20% off store-wide thank you sale. So stop by Ace this Saturday only and get 20% off almost anything you can fit in a bag as our way of saying thanks for being our neighbor.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
My feet felt so heavy at the end of the day.
They used to get really tired.
Until I started gelling.
I got Dr. Scholl's massaging gel insoles.
When they're in my shoes, my feet and legs feel less tired.
It's like walking on a wave.
Dr. Scholl's massaging gel insoles.
I'm a believer.
Great. This is the last thing I need.
Seriously? The last thing you need is some guy giving you a new catalytic converter when all you got is a loose gas cap.
What?
It is that simple sometimes.
Thanks.
Now, let's take this puppy over to Midas and get you some of that good old Midas touch. You know what? I'll drive. And I have no feet. I really didn't think this through.
Trust the Midas Touch for brakes, tires, oil, everything.
Can a protein originally found in a jellyfish improve your memory? Our scientists say yes. Researchers have discovered a protein that actually supports healthier brain function. It's the breakthrough in a supplement called Prevagen. As we age, we lose proteins that support our brain. Prevagen supplements these proteins and has been clinically shown to improve memory. It's safe and effective. For support of healthier brain function, a sharper mind, and clearer thinking, try Prevagen for yourself today.
Are you embarrassed by your constant losing battle with calloused feet? You've tried filing and scraping, and your feet still are not smooth. Introducing the amazing Personal Petty. Just one press, and Personal Petty does all the rest. You just roll the callus away with the rotating micro mineral that quickly removes hard, ugly calluses, leaving your feet callus-free. Then finish with the buffing roller. Buff, smooth, and massage your feet. It looks and feels so good. Look, you went from this to this, and it felt like a foot massage. And to clean, remove the roller and rinse underwater. The secret is the 1800 RPM rotation of the mineral roller that loosens and lifts the hard, ugly calluses. The smoothing roller leaves a polished, perfect look and feel.
When I first used the Personal Petty, I knew it was the real deal. It saves time, it does a great job, and my feet feel so good, and I'm not afraid to wear my sexy heels again.
This revolutionary foot care system is waterproof, so you can use right in the shower.
I just don't have time to battle with my calluses all day. Now that I can do it in the shower, it's part of my daily routine.
Just look at the difference.
I cannot remember the last time my heels were soft. Now, with my Personal Petty, they look and feel amazing.
With the Personal Petty, you can even remove those stubborn hand calluses. Look, gone right before your eyes. Order your Personal Petty with removal roller plus smooth and polish roller, all for only $19.95. But hold on, replacement rollers can be expensive. Order today and receive your free lifetime replacement certificate for both rollers. You heard right. You'll get the Personal Petty kit with 2 rollers, plus the lifetime replacement certificate, and our 90-day satisfaction callus-free guarantee, all for only $19.95. This offer is not available in stores. Order now.
To get your Personal Petty, call 1-800-715-0494. This offer is not available in stores, so call 1-800-715-0494. That's 1-800-715-0494 and order your Personal Petty today.
All right, so this is Miami right now. Temperature is up to 58 degrees, and that is a huge warm up compared to where we started the day at.
Oh my gosh, look at it. It's beautiful shot there. It's hard to believe that they were chilling out this morning.
At 42 degrees.
At 42 degrees and shivering.
Tied a record low. I saw a picture of frost on some windshields in Homestead.
Say it isn't so.
The freezing line in Florida was all the way down. Now, it didn't really get to the coast, but it was all the way down to Monroe Station. So we certainly had some cold air this morning, for sure. It was record breaking. We did break the record in West Palm Beach.
And we're going to be warming it up.
Yeah.
We're going to be warming up. So that's a good thing as we head into this afternoon. And then by tomorrow, we're back up closer to where we should be this time of year.
Exactly. Back to the 70s, and overnight lows will stay in the 60s.
We can live with that.
WTVJ's Julia Bagg is down by the beach in Hollywood, Florida, where they're dusting off sweaters that they haven't had to wear in quite a while.
Good morning. If you hate crowds, Hollywood Beach is the perfect place to be this morning. The sands here deserted. We started off at 42 degrees at sunrise. That is a big chill for South Floridians. And then when you consider the wind chill, every time the breeze picks up here, it just hits you in your bones. So you won't see people in bikinis, bathing suits, which you normally see. Usually have lots of sun seekers already out here on the sands, but not happening this morning. Most people bundling up, even extra layers compared to yesterday. This morning, we are near record lows for South Florida, and it is always a shocker for South Floridians. Of course, we won't see any blizzard conditions here, no snow to deal with piling up anywhere, but still, for South Floridians, of course, we're getting laughed at a little bit by our friends up north. Many of those people laughing at us, of course, enjoying these warm temperatures relatively in South Florida here this morning. And of course, if you bundle up, you can still enjoy a beautiful spot on the beach right here in Hollywood. I'm Julia Bagg. Back to you.
Julia, thank you. And yeah, I mean, it's all relative, right? Where you're coming from compared to where you're going. But this is cold for South Florida. It's cold for Central Florida. A lot of big events going on this weekend. One, of course, is the Daytona 500 on Sunday. And for everyone in town this morning, and certainly anyone camping, it was a frigid morning in Daytona Beach. However, we're going to see some moderation. So overnight tonight, temperatures will be in the 40s. You can see this evening we got clear skies, temperatures in the mid 40s. Tomorrow's events will be with temperatures in the low 70s. So we get to 71 degrees at 3 o'clock, and we keep it partly cloudy right through the evening. And overnight Saturday into Sunday morning, it looks even more comfortable. Temperatures will be a bit warmer, and through the afternoon, we're back up to where averages, temperatures in the upper 70s. You can see for the Daytona 500, 1 o'clock start time, no chance of rain. It really looks fantastic weather-wise here. So we missed the coldest of the cold for the Daytona 500. Yes. However, Sam, for other folks in the south, even though you're warming up, it comes with some rain.
It does. A very cold rain, though, with temperatures just above freezing, while in the low 30s to mid 30s by lunchtime. And then this afternoon, we'll see the rain continue with temperatures in the upper 30s. And like you said, we could see the rain and the thunderstorms possibly here. Some could reach severe here in the Arklatex area. So Dallas, Shreveport, Little Rock, you have that threat for some thunderstorms.
Dallas weather this weekend. So we look at the risk of thunderstorms. In northeast Texas, there's actually a risk of a tornado at 3 out of 10 on the Torcon. But Dallas, by Sunday, we could be talking ice again. So we got to stay tuned to Dallas and their forecast.
We'll keep our eyes on it. You're right, going from that spring-like severe back to winter as we head over the course of the weekend. And we're thinking right now that we have a 3 on the Torcon, so about a 30% chance that within 50 miles in that area you could see a tornado. But it's really going to be the wind and the hail threat, we think, with these thunderstorms, Jen.
So tracking rain, and then the rain heading east, Birmingham, Atlanta, it's all rain by tomorrow evening.
Yeah, it's all rain, so not much of a freezing rain threat here in Atlanta. It looks like it's going to be more of the rain moving in, and not as heavy as the last event we saw in Atlanta, where we were really concerned about the freezing rain, and we saw it in North Georgia. This will still see that freezing mix in North Georgia over the course of the weekend, especially the beginning of it, and then it turns to rain.
Yeah, it's a complicated system. We're literally going through all phases out there. In New Orleans, for you, you're really going to have one phase, and that is rain. And we start with rain on Saturday, but then your phase is sort of a part 2 where you get thunderstorms, and that comes in on Sunday in New Orleans, looking at temperatures in the low 70s.
Okay, well, it is one of the biggest tournaments in professional fishing, and that is the famous Bassmaster Classic.
And the hot topic is the record cold, creating all kinds of challenges for the competitors, including a delayed start this morning. Our Reynolds Wolf is in Anderson, South Carolina next.
Sometimes the best used car on the road is the one you're still using. Right now, get a synthetic blend oil change, including a free battery check for only $21.99 at Firestone Complete Auto Care. Whatever you drive a Firestone.
Sweet mother of softness, Charmin.
Take a closer look at Charmin Ultra Soft and you'll love what you see. Not only can you use less, but you can actually see the softness in our comfort cushions.
We all go. Why not enjoy the go with Charmin Ultra Soft?
Build weather invention.
Wow, anybody else surprised it actually worked? Mother Nature can absolutely change people.
I'm ready to get out of here and create a new track.
This is a tornado emergency.
It was hard to believe weather could do that.
Never seen anything like this in my life.
Currently in our area, 59 degrees under fair skies. Today, a mix of clouds and sun. High 64. Winds north-northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, cloudy, slight chance of a rain shower. Low 58. Winds east-northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Saturday, cloudy skies early, followed by partial clearing. High 77. Winds east-southeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Gorilla Glue. Of course.
Water activated, original Gorilla Glue expands into the materials to form an incredibly strong bond for the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
Is your back acting up again? Is lower back pain a daily drain? If you're one of the millions who suffer from the agony of lower back pain, you need Be Active, the revolutionary new pressure system that helps ease discomfort in your lower back, buttocks, and legs. Watch. Just slip on Be Active and tighten the strap. You'll soon begin experiencing pain relief. Look, back pain often radiates from the lower back to your lower extremities. But apply Be Active to the point in the calf muscle to relieve pain. The secret is the pressure pad that gently compresses, alleviating pain to the nerve and lower back.
Be Active provides firm pressure behind the knee on the specific pressure point, which can help relieve the pain and suffering from sciatica.
I just slide it on, I tighten the strap, I feel the pressure point right behind my knee, and right away I feel the release of pain in my lower back.
Wow, I can feel comfort already.
It's like right away relief.
I just put it on, but I can feel it already easing the pain.
You can't see the relief? I can feel it.
It kind of feels like it's relaxing that muscle.
But now I don't feel the pain at all. This is really something.
Be Active gives you the ability to be active again. Wear it while exercising. Keep up with the kids. It's invisible under clothing, comfortable enough to sleep in. Be Active easily adjusts to fit almost any leg. Be Active is always there to deliver the pain relief you need. Now feel the freedom of being active again with the pressure point therapy of Be Active for just $19.99. But wait, call now and we'll double the offer free. Just pay separate processing. If you don't begin to feel quick back relief, send it back and owe nothing. You get it all for just $19.99. So call or click now.
To order, call 1-800-732-6143. That's 1-800-732-6143. Or go online at beactivebrace.com. Call or click today. That's 1-800-732-6143.
You don't know your credit score? I don't know my credit score. That's really important. I mean, I don't know my credit score. Don't you want to buy a house, like, ever? You should probably.
How well do you know your local UPS store? You may already know about our expert packing and shipping services and our other products like notary, mailbox, and printing services. But did you know we have online printing too? Now you can get 20% off all print products at our online print store. Just enter the special web address below. The UPS Store online printing website lets you create and design professional business cards, flyers, presentations, and more, all from your computer. You'll also have access to a variety of products to help your small business stand out. Visit us online and choose from thousands of templates or upload your own document. Then start designing and let your print materials go to work for your small business. Hurry, this amazing deal ends February 28th. Go to upsstoreprint.com/TV16 today to get 20% off our online print products. Just one more reason, the UPS Store is your small business resource.
And shipping is always free.
Visit DealDash.com and start bidding today.
So we've got like 60 years of experience here. And that's just Sam.
Jim Cantori, now on AMHQ. Weekday mornings at 7.
Winter weather update time, and this latest system, Pandora, literally is bringing everything with it. Snow, freezing rain, sleet, and there'll eventually be rain too, but look how widespread it is.
I mean, the numbers, we've been talking a lot about numbers, Jen. Like you said, it's making our heads spin, but now we're up close to 50 million people are under some sort of winter storm watch or warning.
And you can see all the way into the deep south. It extends back out into the Rockies and Colorado. As we focus on the snowfall side of things, for us from the Midwest getting into the Northeast, we're going to see a swath of 8 to 12 inches of snow in parts of Ohio, pretty widespread 5 to 8, which includes the Cleveland area, and even up to the south side of Chicago, get a couple inches of snow.
Yeah, we'll see decent amounts around Indianapolis, 5 to 8 inches of snow, and then pushing further to the east throughout the West Virginia area. I know my brother's packed up to go skiing there in West Virginia. Look at that. They could really get pounded with some fresh powder.
Fresh powder, but travel is going to be difficult, rough. So that's going to be one to watch. The Boston area, we have 1 to 3 inches of snow, and that comes with a mess of everything else you're going to get. Some mix, some sleet, and also some plain old rain.
And in the Rockies, we have the upsloping snow, and some of this is really going to be impressive by the time we add things up towards the end of the weekend. We could be talking about 1.5 feet in some spots.
Yes, especially if you gain a little elevation. So we'll break it down for you. Denver, for us, what it's going to mean is a start as rain later today. I know outside right now you know, got partly cloudy skies. That looks great, but the clouds thickening and rain coming in, then mixing with snow, changing over to snow overnight, and then we'll see that continue through Saturday into Sunday actually too.
So it's all about the upslope here because we're seeing that moisture coming in off the Gulf of Mexico. It's being brought in by higher pressure to the north, so that just lifts this air mass up and over the mountains, just wringing out the moisture, and the air mass is cold enough where it falls in the form of snow, and a lot of it.
And this is the way we get our snow here in Colorado, so you know upslope very well. That east wind or that northeast wind will do it, and this is what we'll see is we'll see the snow, especially at elevation, really pile up. You know, we're talking about Breckenridge, and we're talking about Aspen and Vail and Steamboat Springs, all going to get some big snow totals out of this, up over a foot and a half of snow there. But even in Denver, this is going to be a big storm.
It is. It's definitely going to impact them with most likely around 12 to 18 inches of snow. So it's definitely going to be impactful over the course of the weekend. 8 to 12 inches in the Denver area.
Yeah, so I-70, I-25, all going to be affected. The tunnel, you know, be ready for this if you are traveling. Make sure you have your winter weather gear in the back.
Well, we're calling all this cold air we've been talking about the last couple of days a Siberian Express, but not even temperatures in the low teens could stop the Bassmaster Classic, but they did getting a late start on the Super Bowl of fishing.
Yeah, it's so cold that boats were freezing to their trailers. Reynolds Wolf has been there all morning in Anderson, South Carolina.
That's right, guys. Coming to you from Lake Hartwell, South Carolina, where the ramp is pretty quiet for the time being. But earlier this morning, you had cars, you had the vehicles that are coming down here. The lake's going right into the water. The water actually relatively warm compared to the air temperature. We have temperatures in the teens. Earlier this morning, we had it near the single digits, and with this wind at times, felt even colder than that. Take a look at the video, too. It was kind of a tough deal for a lot of these trailers and trucks and boats. Many of the boats actually frozen to the trailers themselves, so they had to give them a bit of a shake before the boats went on the open water. The launch, certainly a good one. 56 anglers out there doing the best to get the title of the Bassmaster. Well, let me tell you, it's going to be one that's going to last through the weekend, and the event's going to be pretty interesting in terms of the forecast because we do see temperatures warming up, and not only that, but also a chance of precipitation back in the forecast. Hey, the forecast for you could be a fun one. Please send in your fishing photos. I don't care if it's a goldfish. I don't care if it is you take your pick. Could be anything. Send it to us. Go to weather.com/photos, and we'll be sure to share them on for the rest of America. All right, guys, let's head back to the studio.
All right, Reynolds, thank you. I'll have to take a picture of some of my cichlids.
Yes, you do need to do that. We're going to be back in 60. Weather Center Live is back at the top of the hour. And the Northeast, get ready for another winter storm.
That's right. Whether it's rain or snow for the streets of Boston, it will mean trouble either way. We've got a live look at conditions there next. Right back in 60 seconds with Mark Elliott and Kelly Cass.
Currently in our area, 59 degrees under fair skies. Today, a mix of clouds and sun. High 64. Winds north-northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, cloudy, slight chance of a rain shower. Low 58. Winds east-northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Saturday, cloudy skies early, followed by partial clearing. High 77. Winds east-southeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Right now on Weather Center Live, trying to cope with this brutal, numbing, record-shattering low-temperature regime. We are urging you to stay inside, stay safe, and stay with us so you know what to expect hour by hour and day by day.
And tracking the storm with two heads, we are breaking down all aspects of Winter Storm Pandora. We'll see snow and ice. We'll be dealing with rain and storms. No need to guess. Expert-filled, in-depth coverage starts right now, right here on Weather Center Live.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us for Weather Center Live. I'm Mark Elliott.
And I'm Kelly Cass. And Mark, we're seeing a little bit of everything out there, but certainly what we're feeling, what we're seeing out there, nothing less than amazing.
Yeah, that's right. And the weekend is setting up to be another complete mess. Nearly 49 million people will be under the gun with regards to Pandora's wintry side, even more if you factor in the rain and storm side, too.
That's right. National Weather Service putting a lot of folks under alert right now. Take a look at all the advisories and warnings. Right there in the middle of your screen, Nashville, you're under an ice storm warning. So snow, sleet, and freezing rain. Winter weather advisories in the lighter shade of blue and the darker blue. Those are winter storm warnings in effect for portions of the Virginias, much of Kentucky. In fact, Mark, this system will eventually head into the Northeast.
Yeah, you know, it's going to take its time to get there. We have the rest of the weekend for this one. But you know what? A lot of you are going to be